This is every Apple product, and this is every fake Apple product. The entire Apple ecosystem costs nearly $9,000, and all of these fake products cost me just over $1,000. So how does it compete? We're about to find out today. So the first product that we have is the AirPod Generation 3. So these AirPods cost me $19, which is absolutely insane. And the packaging, might I say, looks exactly like Apple. I see a lawsuit pending. They like legitimately have Apple logos on it. The box is almost identical to Apple. Like if you gave me these, I would genuinely be like, yeah, these are AirPods. Except this looks a little crusty dusty, but like, honestly, this is crazy though, that like Apple, this is how Apple's packaging looks. It's not this annoying, but you know what I mean?
What? You're just ruining it.
You see how horrible that peel is? See how unsatisfying that was? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna have to use an X-Acto knife. So my difficult. I just want my product, bruh. There we go. I wonder if it says made by Apple. It does. Can you read that? Somebody's gonna get sued. Not me though. I'm just for information purposes only. I do not condone fake. Okay, so the first thing when you open it, it says designed by Apple in California. I guess the design is the same, right? We have the Apple packaging. Looks identical. This is a little different. This is like plastic. Normally it doesn't look like that. It also comes with the charger, which is sick. Love that. And then of course, our AirPods 3rd generation. We paid $18 for these, and normally these are $160. So I'm very excited to see the difference. Dude, this looks good, not gonna lie. 100% honest, these look incredible. Someone pulls out these in front of me, I'm not gonna tell they're fake. These are the real AirPods versus the fake AirPods. Like legitimately look at that side by side, nearly identical. Like it is absolutely crazy. Although, you know what you can do? The sound test. Apple, fake Apple. Hear that little like, okay, never mind. Look at that. That's the quality. The difference in the quality is right there. You see that gappage right there? Apple would never have gappage like that. You see this? All jokes aside, you can definitely still feel the quality in Apple, even though it's very slight, you can still tell. But what's the most important thing? Everybody knows. Sound quality. Do they actually sound good? Apple. Okay, classic. They sound great. They're Apple AirPods. They sound like Apple AirPods. But what I'm very curious is our $18 pair. Just like the other AirPods, it pops up to connect your AirPods on here. That's crazy. AirPods. There you go. Looks no different to me. Paired no different. I'm actually like in my head, I'm like, did I like buy the wrong ones? Like, are these real? These are the same thing. No one can convince me that there's any difference in these. The fake AirPods pass the quality check because for what you paid, they sound incredible. Next thing we have is the IW8 Ultra, AKA the Apple Watch Ultra.
Oh gosh.
If you don't burp, your stomach's gonna hurt though.
So you fart.
So this is the fake version of the Apple Watch Ultra, but this is pretty similar to like what the packaging looks like. It has like the same similar design. And of course the iconic orange band. This packaging is obviously not the real one though. It's like a plastic container. And then this is not the Apple way to do things. You know, they don't, ew. What do you mean we're not using unnecessary plastic? We have to use all the kinds of packaging we can. So here is the Apple Watch Ultra. Normally the Apple Watch Ultra is, I believe, $700? No, $800, bro. And we got ours for the low price of 25 bucks. So I wear my Apple Watch every single day, so I'm gonna be able to tell what an Apple Watch is supposed to look like. But overall, this right here is almost identical to what a real Apple Watch Ultra looks like, just from the body, the metal. I wonder if it's gonna pop up with like an Apple logo. That'd be kind of crazy, right? All right, check out our Apple Watch Ultra. This thing looks sick. So here is our fake Apple Watch Ultra all turned on. And I have to say, I really like that they added the Apple wallpapers on here. So when you go through the Apple Watch apps, this is what it usually looks like. And they did a really good job. I'm surprised how responsive it is. Like I feel like normally fake Apple products are like super buggy, but the thing's actually working. Wow, Apple's doesn't even do that. That's insane. Look at that. You can run, walk, football. Dude, that's actually not bad at all. Like that looked pretty good. Honestly, I should see if it actually tracks my heart rate. Do you think my heart rate's at 74 beats per minute? I have a lot of caffeine pumping through my veins right now, I'm not gonna lie. Apple's slacking, bro. This is taking a while. This fake one did it in like 2 seconds. What do you think? Which one's right? Okay, maybe I'm giving this fake Apple Watch way more credit than it deserves. I feel like you would get the most inaccurate like data on that. Jeez, that's pretty similar. Okay, so obviously it's not a perfect match, but I think that it did pretty well trying to like get a lot of the same features as Apple. And honestly, I'm not gonna be too hard on it. It's pretty good. It works pretty well, and especially considering that it was 30 bucks. Like this is actually a really good product for only being $20 or $30. I think it passes. It did pretty good. Next thing we're comparing, iPads. Well, tablets. So this is called the N-Pad, not the iPad, the N-Pad. Love the authenticity there. Is what a normal iPad Pro box looks like. Obviously, it's Apple, it's iconic. This though is the N Pro, or the N. What is it? And this is what an Apple product looks like when you unbox it. It's just like the tablet itself. Unlike the Apple Watches and AirPods, I haven't really seen that many good fake comparisons when it comes to like the iPad. But here is the closest thing I could find. I just thought that the camera was very, very similar and just like the overall look to it. But we're about to find out right now. Wow. Okay, so inside the N-Pad box, we just have the charger and the block. Wow, the N1, powered by Android.
What does it mean by N1?
I don't know, dude. Honestly, I feel like tablets are pretty cool because it doesn't take much to impress me. All you have to do is just be able to run a video and like play games. Maybe I overestimated this little device. Start. Go. I keep trying to like find good alternatives to Apple products, but like prove me wrong every time. What am I supposed to do? The N-Pad is really letting me down right now, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I don't think the screen works. No, this is crazy, bro. I really paid 80 bucks for this. All right, what the freak? What am I supposed to do? Is it literally that bad? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, that was a little unnecessary. I should probably go pick it up. I'm just upset, I'm sorry. That was an outburst on my end. That was not necessary.
Well, it works now, right?
I just needed a little lesson. Just learn this lesson.
It gets by.
Pow pow. Bad thing, bad thing. Honestly, sometimes you do have to like bang a little bit like that, you know, and then it works. Like, have you ever done that with the remote? Like, it doesn't work. It works.
You should have done that.
No, I'm trying to control my anger because I feel like I have a past history of like throwing a lot of products in my videos, and I just don't want to be that person anymore, you know? Don't judge me. So unfortunately, our fake iPad didn't work, but of course we have a real iPad, and a real iPad would never let me down. Now that we have our working iPad, which usually always works really, really well, never had any problems with the with an iPad, that's when we gotta test our fake versus real Apple Pencils. This Apple Pencil was $10 on Amazon. This Apple Pencil was $100. Honestly, it still shocks me that you're able to buy a working Apple Pencil for like 1/10 of the price. Like, how are they doing this? Versus the Apple packaging classic. Dude, look how identical they look. Honestly, there has to be some kind of rule against that, right? At first glance, you definitely cannot tell which is real. I always remember wanting to get an Apple Pencil, but they're so expensive. So being able to get one on Amazon that also sticks, like this is the fake pencil. Both of them have the magnet. Magnet. Look at that. First up, our real $100 Apple Pencil. We can write Sarah. Looks good. The thing about the Apple Pencil is it's supposed to sense the sensitivity you use on it. So like it'll be like skinny and then it'll get thicker if you press harder. So it's supposed to like be able to like detect that. It shows the battery percentage on it. That's kind of cool. All right, so this one obviously works the same. You can write on here, and it actually comes with the same buttons that the other one has. So you can like switch in between like the eraser and the pencil. So let's see if this pencil can also detect the pressure. So it's thin. Nope, you see that? So like with the real Apple Pencil, you're gonna have like the difference in that, which I get is it's not that big of a deal, but at the same time, if you're like an actual artist, I guess this is probably better. But I'm just still shocked that you're able to like get an Apple Pencil for 10 bucks. Obviously, the $100 pencil is slightly better, but this thing, it passed the quality check pretty well. Real versus fake AirPod Max. So this is obviously the real AirPod Maxes, and these were the $35 ones. AirPod Maxes cost $550. Now that's a pretty big difference there, not gonna lie. So the real AirPod Maxes come in this nice case, very iconic, very nice, so aesthetic. She's the moment. This unboxing looks a little bit different, just a little bit. Stop, why are you laughing?
I'm in the ghetto.
In the ghetto. Okay, so these are obviously the fake ones. I mean, the difference is there. The AirPod Maxes are obviously softer and more cushiony. This one's like very like hard. This has like that flexible thing that's supposed to feel really light on your head, and this one is just like a little cushion. The overall style though, they do look very, very similar. I will tell you that. Like I've definitely seen people wearing the fake ones out in public, and I was like, wait, those are real? And I just couldn't tell. So the AirPod Maxes have an amazing noise cancellation, like headphones I've never had before. But obviously they were super expensive. Sound quality sounds great. But I'm very curious to see how these compete. The buttons are all like dog. It won't connect. I'm just gonna be patient. So these $35 ones have the same style, but they don't have noise cancellation, which is a bit upsetting. Dude, I like them. I like them. Here, can you put them on? I want to see if I'm crazy for thinking that they sound kind of good.
Okay, they're good, but they sound a little muffled.
Hater! You're such a hater. You're such a hater. I think comparison is obviously the AirPod Maxes are 20 million times better, but for 30 bucks, that's pretty good. Although we don't condone fakes. Next thing we got, you know we had to do it to him. The MacBook versus, it's a cut. Okay, so this one, I have to say, it wasn't claiming to be a fake MacBook, but I thought it looked really, really similar, so I kind of wanted to see how it compared. Who knows, it might be better than a MacBook. This one actually cost me a pretty penny. I believe it was like $600. This MacBook Air, I believe, is $1,200, so it's pretty expensive. Ooh, she's so pretty, she's so clean. I wonder if there's actually people that read instruction manuals.
Me.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Look, listen. On the Temu listing, it really tried to make it look like a MacBook. I think this was more of like a scam than anything. Versus the all-new MacBook Air. Oh. Sorry about that. These two side by side, obviously they don't look super similar, but I'm still curious as to what you get for the price difference. Because obviously a normal laptop is like 300 bucks and this is like 1,200, so.
Whoa.
It's a little ghetto. Dang.
You're putting pressure.
I'm like, really have to press it. Oh wow, it has fingerprint ID. That's kind of cool. So obviously we've all seen a MacBook before. MacBook is classic. I've never had any issues with the MacBook. So here is our more affordable computer all set up. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really feel fair to compare these two just because the price difference is crazy. This one's a little slower, just a little bit, but that's okay, that's okay. Both of them look great. Obviously the screen and everything is a lot better on Apple because it's 10 times more expensive, but I feel like any product that gets the job done is fine. Like you don't need to be all extra. Like you could still watch Sarah Grace on anything, you know what I mean? Like, go watch it right now. But how exactly did I get it? Hey, YouTube. I put, hey, I ought to have a new. You're actually able to ask for stuff and most likely, okay, and they put you. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. Both of them are good. Both of them are good. I don't wanna get hated on in the comments. Apple's better. As a bonus treat, I got a fake Galaxy S23 Ultra. I recently just bought one of these and they are really cool. So when I saw this fake one for $190, I had to get it because normally they're $1,200. This looks insane. This thing is insane. And it legitimately comes with a stylus as well. That's literally Samsung's thing and they just replicated it. I'm wondering what it looks like when you turn it on. Okay, I definitely know that's not what Samsung looks like. This is insane. It legitimately looks exactly like a Samsung S23, 4 Ultra, whatever. It looks identical. Like this is craziness that they could replicate something so exact for a fifth of the price. And the pen worked from the wallpaper to the back to the pen. I don't use Samsung like that. So for me, this is literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing. No difference. Although I will say Samsung has a really good camera. So I'm very curious to see how this camera looks. This video I already know looks really bad, but the phone was like $190. So it'd be so for real. Okay, so the camera, yeah, it's not that good. But for what you're getting, like I think this is a really good phone. And if you really like the look of the Samsung S24 Ultra, you can get it for a quarter of the price, I guess. This is one of the best fake phones I think I've ever seen, not gonna lie. The quality is good. For the price you paid, it passed. Okay, so here is our fake iPhone 15. This bad boy cost me $170. This is, so just like the differences in the boxes is very apparent, but you know what? The box is not what matters. Bum, 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 bum. Just a little ghetto.
I'm in the ghetto.
Yeah, this is pretty bad, not gonna lie. I wanna see what it looks like when it turns on because I've seen some really good fake iPhones before, so who knows? So this fake iPhone obviously doesn't look super great, like this compared to like a real iPhone. I think that the attempt was there. I think it looks kind of cool. It's just not hitting right. It's definitely not hitting right. And these cameras, they just look a little silly goofy, but they tried. So this is what they were trying to replicate, like the original iPhone background that it comes with. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like this. This does not look like that. Okay, oh my gosh, dude. But like with it on the home screen, they replicate the apps really well. They're shaped exactly like Apple. Apples. They have the same exact logo design. You know, the messages are the same. Calculator app is the same. Like, wow. Like, obviously this one's fake, but I'm very curious as to like the apps, like if they look the same. Okay, no, the apps definitely don't look the same. Let's see what else. Messages. Obviously, this is not what Apple messaging looks like. I'm very curious to see what the sound quality sounds like. So I'm gonna go ahead and record my voice on both phones and then see how good the audio sounds. This is a sound check for these brand new phones. This is a sound check for these brand new phones.
This is a sound check for these brand new phones.
Not it, Chief. That was not it. I'm trying to give this a fair shot, but that sounded like poo-poo caca-doo-doo. Poo-poo caca-doo-doo. Oh gosh. Shoot, the camera test is about to go crazy right now. I'm not expecting much, but I'm expecting something. This is the camera testing for both the real iPhone 15 and the fake iPhone 15. Let me know in the comments which one you think's better. Honestly, I think it's a close game. It's close. Oh, the camera is just not good. It's just not good. It's to be expected, but I think that's the thing. Like, a phone can like try to copy the design of Apple. It can try to copy the apps, but the overall quality is just not gonna hit right. I'm gonna give it a nice little 5 out of 10, A for effort. Next up is the Apple Vision Pro.
I'm gonna give you guys some time to try to guess which one's real and which one's fake. Can you tell? Can you?
Obviously, this is the real one. Just kidding. Okay, so this is the real Apple Vision Pro and this is our fake Apple Vision Pro. Huge price difference here. This one was $300, this one was $3,500. So a bit of a difference there. But with the Apple Vision Pro, you have the charging little block, and then you have on this one, you have a little remote actually. First things first, the Apple Vision Pro. So this is our real Apple Vision Pro. Obviously it has like this adjustable band that's really, really comfortable. It just is a big machine. This thing is crazy. And of course you just control it with your fingers. This is what it looks like inside the Apple Vision Pro. You obviously have all your apps and you just use your fingers to control it, which is super, super sick. And honestly, it's just like a seamless product. It looks great. You can go into these little environments and it looks insanely real. Like, this is just an unmatched quality. It looks incredible. I love it. It's great. There's a lot of awesome games that you can play in here. You can actually play insane games in this thing and actually see them in a 3D. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna play this tonight. And you can grab the pieces like you're actually in front of a board game. Unmatched experience in the Apple Vision Pro, and it's just a really, really great product. This is what the fake Apple Vision Pro looks like. It's a little bit funny because they put you in this like random house, I guess, and you only have a couple apps and they're not exactly great. Wow, they have a kitchen. Oh, there we go. Wow, I'm in the kitchen. I mean, this is so much better than Mount Everest, right? A lobby. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know why I would want to be in a lobby, but I guess. So our fake Apple Vision Pro is pretty good too. I think it's really cool that it mimicked it really, really well. It just kind of tries to give you the same experience as the Apple Vision Pro, but obviously it just can't compete. And also none of the games download for some reason. Yeah, I mean, the attempt was there. Honestly, the product though is just kind of mid. Like, I genuinely wouldn't use this just because it just doesn't work that good. If you guys want to see a full comparison of the fake versus real, make sure to check out this video. Let me know, do you guys think that the fake Apple products compete with the real Apple products? Me, I think I'm gonna save some money and stay with the fake stuff.